Hello Windows Universe. In this video we will look at some malware removal tips for beginners. For a more in-depth look at the subject, be sure to check out the link in the description below. As a word of caution, be sure to create a system restore point before trying any of these fixes. This will protect you and your data in case of any accident. Make sure that you're running the latest version of Windows. This will make sure that the latest security protocols are running on your system. To check that, go to Settings, then Update and Security. Click on Windows Update and check for updates. Download and install any updates that you happen to find. Next, run a good junk cleaner. CCleaner is an excellent tool to use, and we have a link to it in the article. Simply click on Next, follow any of the online prompts, and let CCleaner do its thing. Now, run your antivirus. Every antivirus software will work differently, so make sure that yours is set up properly. Visit the software manufacturer website of Your Antivirus to make sure that it is updated to the latest available version and settings. If you are suffering from a severe malware attack, run the antivirus scan in safe mode. This is a preferable way to run your scan. However, not all antivirus software will work in safe mode, so once again, check the software website that you are. We did a video on how to boot your system in safe mode, and you can watch it in the link. After you run all of these, reboot your system. Any malware detected will be isolated, but you will need to reboot your system to remove any malware. In many cases, what we just talked about would be more than enough to protect your system from malware. But if you want peace of mind, let's try some additional steps. Let's run the Windows Malware Software Removal Tool. This is a tool you can download from Microsoft to run. It will help keep Windows computers free from the prevalent malware. Download, open the file, install it, and follow any on-screen prompts. I would suggest that if you do install this, that the first time that you run it, that you do a full scan. This will take a little bit of while. We're going to try a quick scan. If the removal tool finds any, it will isolate it, in which you can then take the steps to delete or to remove the malware. Then, to ensure that your security software is running error-free, we can run a Windows Security Troubleshooter. This is another troubleshooter that you'll have to download from Microsoft itself and run. Follow any of the on-screen prompts. After both are run, reboot your system to eliminate any malware detected. If you think a particular file might be a virus and your antivirus scan showed nothing, try this. You can scan the file with an online malware scanner. We offer a link to some really effective online malware scanners in the article that you can run to allay your fears. On that note, check the identity of any doubtful files. Check where the file is located. If it is a familiar sounding process and it is in the System32 folder, chances are that it is a legitimate file. If it's in some other file, then it could be a malware passing itself off as a Windows process. Look for the file, then right-click on it to go to Properties. Check out its details. It will tell you usually what kind of application it is, for instance, who might hold the copyright, and any sort of information that you might need in order to verify its authenticity. Check any internet sat issues that you're having. Malware may hijack the Windows DNS cache. This could prevent you from accessing the internet. We link to a piece of software, Mini Toolbox. that you can use to try and fix any internet issues. Simply download and run. Reset your proxy settings. Malware might attempt to change your proxy settings to prevent you from accessing Windows updates or any Microsoft security sites. Resetting the proxy settings to their defaults can help. We did a video on how to do this and you can watch it. Let's check out how to prevent browser hijacking. This is when web browser settings have been changed without your permission. An easy fix would be to reset the host file. We did a video on how to do this manually that you can watch the step-by-step process. You should also consider downloading something like Hostsman. This will allow you to restore your host files and make changes easily and quickly. You can also periodically check for updates. While on the subject of resetting certain settings to the default, you may find that you're unable to use the task manager, the registry editor, control panel, or even the command prompt. We have a freeware app called FixWin that can help to enable them. Go through and try any of the fixes that may apply to you. We offer a link to download FixWin in the article. If push comes to shove, there are ways to reset the Windows security to default. All you have to do is open a command prompt as an administrator and type in SECEDIT space / configure space / CFG space percentage WINDIR percentage /INF /DEFLT BASE .INF space / DB space DEFLT BASE .SDB then space / VERBOSE and hit enter. If you're successful, then you get the task has been completed. Warnings occurred for some attributes during this opportunity, but it says it's okay to ignore the warning, and it has a log that you can check for more detail. When that's done, let's reset the firewall to default. To do this, simply type in NETSH space ADVFIREWALL space reset and hit enter. After that, reboot your system. Let's look at rootkits. This is a form of malware that prevents itself from being detected. These can be easily monitored and removed by such software as Kaspersky, TDS Killer, or Malwarebytes anti-rootkit tool. We go into more detail on these in the article, but it's simple to use. Download the one you like and then follow any prompts to run them. Ransomware is a major concern and it's not to be taken lightly. There are a few simple steps that you can take to prevent this from happening, and most of these you've already done. For instance, never open a file from an unknown or untrusted source, especially if it is an app or software from an unverified party. On that note, rogue software is one way that ransomware infects your system. To fix this, boot into safe mode with networking and try to uninstall the rogue software and the ransomware from the control panel. To do that, you would go to the control panel, in safe mode, all control panel items, then programs and features. And from this list, delete any of the program file and then just delete from there. Then go back and run a good registry cleaner like CCleaner. Also, consider downloading a trusted anti-ransomware app and using it to protect your system and your information. If you are concerned about a macrovirus in Word, then a good way to prevent that is to disable macros beforehand. To do this, you need to open Word, go to Options, then Trust Center, Trust Center settings, you have the option of disabling macros with notification and without notification. Usually by default, it's disable all macros with notification. Make your selection, click OK, restart Word. After you have made sure that your system is clean, then it's a good idea to look at changing your passwords to emails, banking information, etc. Malware usually is designed to steal sensitive information like that from victims, so you might be at risk for a long time afterwards, even if you remove malware from your system. Additionally, many people overlook one place that malware can hide: the system restore point. If you've created one and it becomes infected, then if you use that restore point, you are reinfecting your system. We did a video on how to do this, and you can watch it. When that's done, let's run a disk cleanup and make sure that any potential viruses are gone. For more helpful articles to help you maximize your Windows experience, go to our website, thewindowsclub.com. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, where we are always adding new content aimed at making you the master of your digital house. Thanks for watching and have a great day.